Hello and welcome to another opportunity to manifest the life of your dreams, to raise your vibration, and to reach the next level on your spiritual journey. Today, I have a question for you. Yes, sometimes I, as the logical, analytical German, want to ask you a logical, analytical question. And the question is, did you already manifest what you desire? And no, I don't ask you this question because I want you to say, oh no, I haven't done it yet. Why? I haven't done my meditations. Oh, I haven't done my manifestation. I haven't done my affirmations. Oh, I'm a bad student. I don't want you to do this. Even though, hey, if you don't put any of my advice into practice, well, then you might want to change that. But I want to ask you this question because maybe, just maybe, your manifestation is already there. You just don't know it. Or it's already so close that all you have to do is to shift one belief or shift your mindset a little bit or shift your emotional state and then you can grab it. It's so close you can almost feel it, touch it, smell it. However, there's one thing that's stopping you, and that's more often than not your ego investment in your negative beliefs, in your trauma beliefs, in your idea, or let's say in the idea that you are not capable of manifesting your dream life. And in order to give you an example that illustrates the point that I hopefully am able to make here, I want to share something with you that happened 2 days ago in one of my Skype coaching sessions. And the coaching client who I had this session with actually encouraged me to share this story with you, so I have her approval. In fact, I have her encouragement. And what happened to her illustrates that sometimes we already are so close to our manifestation. It's already there. But because we're so blinded from our past trauma, from the negative experiences and the contrast that we went through in the past, that we just don't see it. And in her example, she wanted to manifest a vacation in a specific country. And she wanted to manifest this vacation for such a long time, but because, well, she was a part of the, or let's say is a part of the American work culture, the American corporate world, however you want to call it. And the work culture in Europe is very different from the work culture in America. I know from my American clients that a lot of them are actually punished when they take off from work. A lot of them are not really encouraged to take off work. And in Europe, it's more like, hey, you still have vacation days left. Why don't you take them? It's a very different mentality. We in Europe, we often work to live. We don't live to work. And in her case, she was so afraid of taking off from work. In the Skype coaching session we had, she told me, Sebastian, I just can't do it. I mean, I don't see how I can do this. I can't get off for such a long period of time. I can't take off work for, it was a couple of weeks that she wanted to take off, which in the US is a little bit of a no-go, as I've heard from so many coaching clients who are American. And I just said, well, if you don't see it in the spiritual world, then it can't manifest in the physical world. You have to first see it, you have to believe it, and then you will see it in the physical world. And she was like, but I just can't do it. I mean, my boss, he would fire me. I know I would lose my job. And then on top of that, I then told her, maybe, just maybe, there's another job for you that's way better for you. Maybe you want to start your own business. Remember, there are infinite possibilities in the quantum field. And I then communicated to her in a very, you can say very kind and confident way, as I always am, that there are infinite number of possibilities in the quantum field and that she can choose from so many different jobs that offer her the vacation, that offer her the possibility to actually travel to this place. And I then encouraged her to just try to reach the frequency of abundance, the frequency of this feeling of complete freedom, of abundance to do whatever you want, of living an abundant life. And that's also something that I went through with her in a guided meditation during the Skype coaching session. And she recorded this meditation, which is also something that you can do if you, for example, go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/Skype and you decide to book a Skype coaching session with me. And I then guide you through a guided meditation to a higher frequency. You can, of course, record this part and you can then use it as your very own guided meditation whenever you want. And that's exactly what she did. And after we did the guided meditation during our coaching session, she told me that she had this clear picture of talking to one specific supervisor, not the supervisor that was directly responsible for her, but the supervisor that was responsible for this supervisor. And while she had this picture in mind, she had these really amazing emotions. She felt free. She felt, Yeah, she felt abundant. She felt just amazing. She felt joyful. She felt excited for that trip. And that's exactly what she did. She allowed the guidance from the universe to guide her. Or let's say she allowed the universe to guide her. Instead of doing what so many other people would have done in this position, to go to her direct supervisor, she went to the supervisor that she saw in our guided meditation. She went to the supervisor who was one step above the other supervisor. So basically the supervisor of the supervisor, or however that company is structured. That's also not really important. But what's important is that she made the right decision. And today in the morning, I then received an email from her. I mean, she sent it somewhere yesterday in the evening, but hey, that's the time difference. Today in the morning, I received an email from her, a happy email, a very joyful email, where she not only encouraged me to share this with you, but where she also told me that her vacation was approved by, guess who? Not her direct supervisor, but the supervisor above that supervisor. I mean, she didn't even talk to the direct supervisor. She went directly to that guy or that woman. I don't know if it's a guy or woman or whatever it is. Doesn't matter. It was approved. And she was so joyful. And I wanted to share this with you because I want to encourage you to really see what's happening, or let's say see what the universe provides you with. Sometimes we are so blinded by this idea that our manifestation is so far away, we have to reach for it somewhere. Oh, when will I finally have what I want? When will I finally be able to manifest what I truly want? Sometimes, just sometimes, you're closer than you can possibly imagine. I mean, she was closer than she could possibly imagine. For such a long time, she wanted to make this trip. She wanted to travel to this country. And before that guided meditation, before she saw that picture clearly, of going to the other supervisor, before that happened, I mean, I told her so many times there are infinite possibilities in the quantum field, but she was so trapped in these negative emotions, in this fear of what if I get fired? What if it doesn't work out? What if my supervisor says no? She was blinded by this fear. She was blinded by this contrast. And that's exactly what Abraham Hicks always describes as introducing resistance. She introduced so much resistance into her manifestation that she didn't see that it was so close, that the obvious was already there. I mean, before we did our guided meditation together, or let's say before I guided her to that frequency during the guided meditation, she wasn't even thinking about going to that other supervisor. It wasn't even in her mind. She didn't even think about this person. But because she reached that higher frequency, because she at least tickled the frequency of abundance, of freedom, this then gave her the picture, the universe gave her this download, the picture of seeing the other supervisor. And that's what happens when you reach a higher frequency, or when you reach the frequency of what you want to manifest, because then you become a vibrational match to what you want to manifest. And that's something that we can do together in a Skype coaching session. And if you are motivated to reach the frequency of whatever it is that you want to manifest, I mean, if you book a Skype coaching session with me by going to affirmationtomanifestation.com/Skype, and you then watch the video testimonials of amazing deliberate creators who I've already worked with, and you then book your coaching session with me, you can then simply let me know what you want to manifest, which frequency you want to reach, and then we do that together in a coaching session, and then magic can happen, because maybe you already manifested what you desire, or at least it's so close that you can manifest it very, very fast. And by the way, if you decide to invest in my 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, you get a €50 discount for your very first Skype coaching session with me. You can find the discount code on the download page of the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, or alternatively, you can simply send me an email at sebastian@affirmationtomanifestation.com with a screenshot of your order receipt, and then I will give you the discount code, and you can then use this discount code that's worth more than the actual investment that you have to make in the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program when you book your very first coaching session with me. And of course, if you're ready to master the art of manifesting in just 11 days, then the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program with all the lectures, the exercises, and the hypnosis is the perfect investment for you. And you can find out more about this program if you go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/11 days, or you click on the first link in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big, big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.